Hi everyone, welcome back to Angie in Real Time. It is Friday, August 9th, 2024, and we are here at home, and I'm going to make Walt Disney's chili. The actual recipe is called Walt's Chili and Beans. So this dish is still served on Main Street, USA, at Carnation Cafe at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. So you can still go get that for lunch and dinner there. I'm going to tweak it a little bit. It calls for ground beef and chunks of steak. I am only going to put ground turkey meat in it today for my family. But I will link the actual whole recipe in the description. I'm gonna use everything else the same otherwise. So let's get started. My husband's coworker was really nice and gave us some green peppers from his garden, so I am going to use those up today for it. So that's where we got the idea to make this. And then I'm gonna make cornbread later too. I have actually started, me and my kids have been doing a lot of grocery shopping. We go to Aldi a lot, okay? I'm not bashing Aldi or anything, but everything, we probably have all seen this, is like bioengineered. So we're trying to make a lot of stuff from scratch. Tonight, we're just gonna use a cornbread like mix tonight though, because I'm exhausted from cooking. We made cinnamon rolls from like scratch. We made banana chocolate chip muffins from scratch. We made a whole ton of other stuff, lasagna from scratch, with the noodles from scratch, like everything. It was delicious. But tonight I'm just gonna make the chili and the cornbread, Jiffy cornbread from a box. But Jiffy honestly has the least amount of ingredients of all the cornbread mixes. So use Jiffy if you're going to, out of all the best things. Okay, I'm gonna just like start working. I chopped up I'm gonna flip this around now. Okay, we got our Cinderella Castle music going on in the background. And here is the actual recipe. It's out of the official Disneyland Parks cookbook, Walt's Chili and Beans. I will link this in the comments for you guys. So I'm doubling the recipe too. So I'm not gonna actually I'm just gonna tell you what I'm putting in. I won't tell you the exact amounts until the description. So, because otherwise you guys will get confused about what we're doing. So I cut up my onion so far. Garlic, it takes a lot of garlic. It's like for the just single recipe, it's 4 cloves of garlic. Then currently working on the green peppers. I've prepped, I kind of like to get all my stuff like out and ready so we can just jam, you know? So we got 2 cans of diced tomatoes, 2 cans of pinto beans. I'm trying to use up all my canned things that I have already before we start like making fresh pinto beans and diced tomatoes and all of that stuff. So we're just using up everything, and then we're gonna move on to making pinto beans from the bag or what have you, or bulk items. Okay, so we got the pinto beans, we got diced tomatoes, we got tomato paste, and then also too I used Better Than Bouillon beef base. So I've got, the single recipe calls for 1.5 cups, so I mean 3 cups. And then I've got my defrosted turkey meat over here. You would use ground beef if you want to do that. And then we got my salt, gotta get out my pepper, cumin, onion powder, chili powder. Okay, so let's keep chopping here. Okay guys, I'm gonna keep chopping here. Okay, I've got my Disney apron on too. I'm gonna keep chopping the green peppers, but I also wanted to read to you the description in the book. It's kind of cute and stuff I didn't know. So this was Walt's favorite meal, we all know that. I swear it was at the Contemporary Resort at Steakhouse 72. Tell me in the comments if you guys remember that too. I don't know if I think when it first opened maybe. I swear I remember Walt's Chili being there too. But the original Disneyland version of the recipe appeared seasonally through the years at restaurants such as the Plaza Inn and the River Belle Terrace. Over time, the ingredients evolved too. The past versions included dried thyme and paprika, and now it says it's currently at Carnation Cafe also too. And I looked up the price at Carnation Cafe, so it's like $12.95 for a bowl of Walt's chili, and it comes with cornbread garnish. So I'm wondering if it's like cornbread croutons or something. We'll have to look up a picture. Anyways, but I'm gonna make cornbread muffins on the side. So okay, let's keep chopping here, and we'll get cooking Walt's chili. See me chopping. And the recipe calls for 1 green pepper. I like to add a lot of veggies, so I'm adding like 1.5. And I just had to use our friend's green peppers up, so it's gonna be a little different than the recipe, but that's okay. Obviously, it's been changed a couple times, so I think what matters is the seasonings, and also the beef base really makes a difference from all of the other past chili recipes that I've made. I used to make a recipe from Whole Foods all the time that was really good too. If you guys haven't tried that too, if you're interested, but now, you know, why not have Walt's chili? Walt's chili is where it's at. I'm gonna dice these up small. So wish your heart makes. Feels like we're at Disney, right? In dreams you will lose your heartache, whatever you wish for. Okay, let me chop these a little more. I like my chili a little chunky, so. Oh, the other thing I'm gonna omit from this recipe too is there is cayenne pepper. Like, I cannot handle heat, so I'm sorry if you love the heat, add it, but I can't do it. So like I said, I'm gonna link that in the description for you guys. Okay, let's put all of my peppers in this bowl. Bless you. Can you see it on the list now?
What?
Can you see it on your screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys over to my oven with all the ingredients and we'll get started. First, oh, you can see me pretty good here for right now. I'll move to, so you can see what I'm putting in, but I'm just heating up my stove right now. I'm gonna really get I'm gonna turn it on medium and really get the olive oil going. So I just guesstimate the olive oil. Maybe I put like 3 to 4 tablespoons in for that. Okay, let's move you guys over here. See what I'm doing. Let's find the right view. I'm sorry, I am new to vlogging and video recording, so I also am going to be getting a, you know, some type of vlogger camera too. I'm just using my iPhone right now, so bear with me while I learn. Okay, so we're getting the olive oil all set up. We're gonna follow the recipe. Okay, so the first thing you would do in Walt's is you cook the stew meat, okay? So it's just regular stew meat. If you wanted to do that, I'm just making it all turkey chili right now. So you'd cook your stew meat first. I'm gonna omit that direction. And then we're heating our oil and we're gonna cook the onions and the peppers first for 8 to 10 minutes, okay? So it's gonna take a while. I'm just heating everything up. Got my Dutch oven over here. I'll show you that. The oil in there. There we go. Heating it up. Okay, I'm gonna get my measuring spoons out also, 2 for 1. We do the spices. I'm gonna grab a bowl. We'll just get all the spices ready right now, so we can just throw them in. So I'm gonna move you guys because I got spices behind you. You can't see. And put the cornbread mix behind you. So my spoon. Okay, so I'm doubling the recipe. So first I'm putting in, the regular recipe calls for 1 tablespoon. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of cumin into a little tiny bowl. Okay, and then it says 1.5 tablespoons of the chili powder. Okay, so I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons of chili powder. And then the last one is, I think this is the other secret recipe too. I've never seen in another chili recipe that makes this Walt's so good too, is the onion powder. So he adds onion powder to his. I don't even know, is this Walt's recipe or is it Lillian's? Let's be honest, I don't know. I hope it's Lillian's. Directions to cook, saute for 8 to 10 minutes until soft. And then we're gonna add the garlic. In the single recipe, I got my garlic all finely diced up here. It was 4 cloves of garlic, so I did 8 cloves of garlic. So mine's gonna take a little longer to cook down too, so. Let it sit there, stir it up every once in a while. Okay. And then I'm gonna bring over all my beans and everything done ready when the time is right. And the beef broth base. You could use regular beef broth too. That's totally fine. I just chose to use. I had better than bouillon beef base left, so I really like the better than bouillon beef base. I think it works really nice and has a nice flavor. So. To a lot of things. I use the chicken and the beef, and I've used the vegetable before too for vegetable soup. So, okay, we're gonna let these cook for a second. We'll be right back. All right, everyone. So the onions and the peppers have been sauteing perfectly, and they are a little brown, translucent, good. So I am going to add in all of the garlic now. Okay, and this is just gonna be for like probably just a minute or so that we're cooking this. I don't want this garlic to get brown or it's gonna taste like burnt chili. So, and I have my stovetop here. I have it on the largest burner and it does get pretty hot. So I've turned it down to almost low now, just so you guys know. Okay, stirring that garlic. Oh, I wish you guys could smell that. That garlic smell. So good. It's gonna be really good. Okay, and in the meantime too, let's talk about the cornbread. So I looked up the cornbread recipe too. I haven't made cornbread from scratch before, but I'm going to because it's actually easier. So it just takes cornmeal, yellow or white cornmeal, flour. I think it was, what was the rest? Let's see. I've been using The Joy of Cooking for everything. This is a great cookbook if you are learning to cook from scratch, if you're doing any homesteading, anything like that. Please buy The Joy of Cooking. There's everything you could possibly ever want to, you know, traditional American cooking is in here, okay? So, while this cooks quick, the cornbread, so you got the white or yellow cornmeal, the flour, baking powder, sugar, salt, and then you add 2 eggs and melted butter and a cup of milk. So easy, way easier than, I mean, we could like make the first part the dry ingredients and keep that, you know, for a rainy day, like pancake mix also. So I think I'm gonna do that from now on. So, and it's way cheaper than buying it already prepared. Okay, so awesome. My garlic is translucent, slightly browned. I love it. Okay, so now I'm going to add the meat to it. You're not going to take the peppers or anything out. You're just going to add the meat straight in. So for the recipe, you would be adding usually 1 pound of ground beef. I'm adding 2 pounds of ground turkey. Alright, so we're just going to cook this now. I've still got it over low heat. It's pretty good. I may turn it up to medium here in a second. So you're gonna hear a lot of pounding. I'll probably turn this off for a second. But you know, cook your ground meat, whatever ground meat choice you choose. And I think before this happened, sorry, if you were doing step 1 with the stew meat, you would have just lightly browned your stew meat for that part. Browned it on all sides and then taken it out and done the onions, peppers, and garlic. And now the ground beef or turkey alone, because later in the recipe, you are going to be simmering this for 3 hours. Now, because I don't have the ground stew meat in here, I do not need to do this for 3 hours. I can, if I have time, and I, you know, want it to really, you know, adapt all the flavors deep in, I'll do that for that long, but I really don't need to do that at all. If you want a quick chili, you can make this quick. So, and still get the same flavor potential, but mine is gonna be, you know, like a little less greasy than with the ground beef here. So, okay, let's turn this up a little bit. It's not cooking as fast as I want it to. And I am doing double the size, so it's gonna take me, you know, double the amount of time here too. So, longer than the recipe actually calls for. It says in, yeah, so it says in here that if you're cooking it, it takes like 10 to 12 minutes. And it also tells you to drain the excess fat. So it's taking out the excess fat of it too. But I'm not gonna have hardly any fat in here, so I need all the fat I can get in here. And honestly, I would usually use ground beef too. I had some extra ground turkey. I was like, what am I gonna do with this ground turkey? So I make chili, you know? Okay, it's getting brown in here. Just keep jamming it up here. Looking good, smelling really good. But yeah, so anyways, I have never actually tried Walt's chili at Disney. We'll have to. We always go, you know, if we're at Disneyland, we obviously go for the jambalaya. Churros, obviously. And then, yeah, I don't know. We also do, like, my kids really like, at Disney World on Main Street to, the, like, hot dog stand. So we go there a lot, too. Or Crystal Palace, too, is fun with the characters. But, we are going to have to try this one next time. And it seemed like Carnation Cafe had a pretty big menu, too. So that was really awesome also, but I don't know if anyone doesn't have this Disney Parks cookbook. It's really cute and it's really good. They have like Ronto wraps from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. It shows all the parks. So there's a section for each park. This was the Disneyland section. Tons of fun recipes. There's an Alani section. Everything. Super great recipes. Some of them a little harder than others, but yeah, super cute. Super cute. I tried the Pop-Tart one. That was kind of hard though, actually. Some of them are a little complicated. And if you are a drinker too, they have lots of fun drinks in here too. So they got an Epcot section, Magic Kingdom at Disney World. Yeah, so fun. It's not the recipes I thought it would be though too, but it's not the recipes I thought it would be, but still super fun. Okay, we're just cooking this up. It's starting to bubble now, which is good too. Give you guys a little view. It's not quite browned yet or where I want it to be. I like to overcook my meat a little tiny bit, like so it's a little crunchy, but it's looking better. You could honestly stop here too if you don't like crunchy brown meat. I mean, I don't do it super crunchy, but you know what I'm saying. I like it a little more browned. You could stop there if you're going to simmer this for an hour. It'd be definitely cooked through. But yeah, I'm trying to make my turkey pieces as small as possible. You know how to do the ground meat. And then we'll start adding the other good stuff here. But yeah, so that's it. And then I'll show you guys the final product later too. I'm going to start softening up some butter. I like to use Kerrygold butter. I'm going to make like a honey butter for the cornbread, and then we're gonna do toppings like, you know, classic toppings like cheese, sour cream, and some chopped up scallions. I don't know, do you guys put anything else on top of your chili? I don't. I also really like Cincinnati chili too, with noodles in it and stuff. I've never actually been to Ohio, but yeah, Cincinnati chili's good. We had it kind of like that when I was a kid in Wisconsin, but I don't think that was like a traditional Wisconsin thing though. But anyways, we're just chomping this up still. How do you guys eat your chili? What do you put on top of it? I don't know. Cheese, sour cream, other stuff, bacon, I don't know. Jalapenos? Oh, and I have started doing like double recipes too with this whole like cooking everything from scratch. Like, I don't know, I don't want to call it like homesteading. I don't think I'm homesteading, but you know, basically not eating any like minimal processed food. This one tonight is a little processed, but I've started doing, you know, for cooking for multiple days now, because it is a lot when you're like wanting to, you know, do fun activities with your kids or just do something you like to do, like your hobbies or whatever. You do find yourself cooking all day long, every day, if you are truly homesteading or cooking from scratch. So that's why I'm cooking two of these. I'm like, we can have this for lunch tomorrow, at least then, too. Oh, the other day, too, I did make bean and cheese burritos, too, with pinto beans. And the tortilla recipe is really easy in the Joy of Cooking. Also, the next recipe I want to try too, I mean, we eat a lot of bread products probably too, but they have a naan recipe in there too. So one night I'm going to do Indian food too. Let me know if you guys are interested in trying any Indian recipes also too, and we're going to make the naan also too. So okay, this is like almost ready, I think, guys. It's looking good. Jam it up a little more. It's boiling good. Walt's gonna be really happy about this. Okay, so at this point too, you would re-add your stew meat, okay, in the recipe. Okay, so I'm gonna add all my spices. Here they go. Get these cooking in here. It's gonna really start smelling like chili now. Oh yeah, the cumin smell, huh? And chili powder. Delicious. Oh, and you guys are probably like, why are you making chili in the middle of summer? It's so hot. It is in Wisconsin right now. It is about like 65 to 69 degrees. So it's cooling down. So we're like feeling the fall. It happens every year in Wisconsin in the middle of August. A couple days or a couple weeks, it gets real cold in the 60s and we're like, oh, fall's here, we can't wait. And then, you know, it heats up again to 80s till like mid-September. So we kind of enjoy it. So we're like, oh, it's almost there. Let's make chili and stuff. Everything pumpkin. Are you guys pumpkin fans? I'm a huge pumpkin fan. I'm going to show you guys how to make my amazing pumpkin muffin recipe as soon as it is pumpkin season too. Okay, so I'm just stirring all these spices in, letting the fragrance come. It's looking good in here. I do not have to drain my fat because there's no fat in this pan at all besides from the olive oil and minimal from the turkey. So it's looking great. Make sure all those spices are stirred up, connecting to all of the food. Okay, and I don't want to overstir it too much or it's gonna look like, you know, mashed something. Okay, so here we go. Now we're gonna add the rest of the items and we're gonna simmer this. So, okay, the tomato paste was, I got my spoon over here, sorry. This is 3 tablespoons, okay? So I'm gonna add this first. I'm just using a regular, you know, dinner tablespoon. Okay, so it's 3, I'm gonna add 6. Oh, I didn't need 2 cans, okay, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so I'm gonna stir all this tomato paste in because I want it to be well incorporated before I add my other items. You can see it's like here. So sorry, I'm doing this with my non-dominant hand here. Okay, so the tomato is all clumpy. I just want to mix it in pretty well before I add all my other stuff because there is no tomato sauce in this recipe. So you're kind of making a tomato sauce with the tomato paste and the beef base, where you'd normally in a traditional chili recipe you'd add just tomato sauce, I think. So that's how I grew up making chili. Okay, so that's looking good now. Okay, put this back here. See, you guys see me from here. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to add the diced tomatoes. Okay, got 1 can of diced tomatoes going in. And if you're just making the single version, it would be 1 can only, but I'm adding 2 for double version. Okay, let's throw all this stuff away. Okay, and I don't need I wasted my tomato paste. I'm gonna save that later to make something else. And finally, I've got my better than bouillon beef base here. I'm gonna slowly incorporate it in here, okay? Mix all this up. I'm gonna stir this good because the beef bouillon, better than beef bouillon, it does settle a little bit if you let it sit for a little bit. And it does need the heat to evaporate the beef base. I did stir it up a little in hot water before, but okay, so we got it very mixed up here. I feel like it's good. Okay, let's show you guys again. It's very watery right now too, okay? So obviously I'm missing a pound of steak meat for it, so it is gonna be a little more watery, but that's why I'm going to simmer this now for an hour, and then you do not add your, you guys okay? Yeah. You do not add your pinto beans, your canned pinto beans, drained pinto beans until the end. So it's gonna thicken up now. So we're gonna let it thicken up for an hour. I'm gonna bring it to a boil. Okay, on high, bring it to a boil. When it's boiling, I'm going to simmer, put my lid on, and simmer for an hour, okay? We'll be back. All right, guys, so this is coming to a nice boil now. I'm giving it a good stir so nothing gets stuck. And sorry, with this now, as it's going, don't follow my rule of don't stir it. Every, you know, I'd say like 10 to 15 minutes, come give it a good stir on the bottom so it doesn't stick or burn. So I've got it on high now. I'm gonna turn this baby down to low, and I'm gonna check to make sure it's still simmering in a few minutes. And then we will put the lid on and start the hour process. Okay? Okay, and I am going to light a candle right now because you know it starts to stink in the house when you're cooking. So I'm definitely not sponsored by Magic Candle Company at all, but I order these all the time. Actually, my kids and my husband order them for me for like gifts. So I've had a ton of different smells. We're doing Tower of Terror right now. This is like, I don't know if this is not one of my favorite smells they have. It's excellent though, but yeah, they're super fun. They're all Disney candles. So we had like a pineapple Dole Whip one. We had a Main Street at Fall USA one. I love that one. I'm gonna reorder that. So let's light this baby up right now. They're very nice candles. They last for a really long time. Beautiful design. I think they have essential oils too. I haven't tried those yet. I like candles, but yeah, I love these. They have a Pirates of the Caribbean like water smell one from the ride walkthrough. It really does smell like it. And then I also have like, right now I have a Pirate Christmas one also too. But they have tons and tons of different smells. I need to actually order some more because I love them so much. But I just wanted to show you guys this because it's super cute and Disney. So that's the Tower of Terror from the Magic Candle Company. I will link that in the description also for you guys. Okay guys, we are getting together. I'm sorry, I'm chewing this cheese, white cheddar cheese from Wisconsin. Yeah, Wisconsin. We're shredding the cheese right now, okay? So I got this big block of shredded cheddar. It's not shredded, it's going to be shredded. White cheddar, we are shredding. And then I chopped up my scallions. And then the other thing too is that goes on Walt's recipe. If you want an authentic Walt, it has diced tomatoes on top of his chili. So you gotta dice up some tomatoes. But I'm doing my cheese. I got sour cream already. And then over here too, I got my Kerrygold butter softening right now, a half a stick for my honey butter. And then we did the tin of Jiffy cornbread mix. So I've got my oven preheating to 400. I'm going to put those in as soon as it's done. The little tiny package made 6 muffins, so it's gonna be enough for a family of 4 just for tonight for us. So okay guys, it's been about 55 minutes, so I am coming. As you can see, obviously it's a lot thicker. I looked at it at about 30 minutes to see where it's at. You could definitely stop cooking at 30 minutes if you were doing my version without the stew meat. Stew meat though, you gotta go 3 hours, okay? So now I'm gonna add the pinto beans in, all those up. I'm adding, it calls for 1 can. I'm gonna add 2 cans. Sorry for my bad video here. Okay. Stir them all up. Now it's real full. Beautiful, beautiful chili. Okay, I'm gonna do a simmer for 10 more minutes to cook through those pinto beans. They obviously are from a can and you could eat them right away, just heat them up, but I like to get it going a little more. So, all right, let's put the lid back on here. And we will let you see in 10 more minutes. I am going to do the honey butter now. I won't show you that. I will just show you the final plated version. All right, guys, here is the final plated Walt's chili. It's beautiful. It's delicious. Try it, everyone. And then I've also got my corn muffin with my honey butter. It looks amazing. Enjoy. I'll post the recipe in the comments. And okay, and come back tomorrow. I will post a video tomorrow night. We are going to the Bristol Renaissance Fair, so I'm going to show you guys that. Have a great night.